Here's three more tips to help you guys find more sheds. Again, I'm 27 years old and I have found hundreds of sheds here in New Jersey. And I just want to help you guys find your first shed, your next shed, your biggest shed. So, number sheds can be anywhere. And I always think back to this picture that my buddy sent me. Right here. You see that shed? This is not woods. This is a pool. This is a public pool. And a lot of these nooks and cranny spots that we're checking are along places like this. And he sent me this picture and he was like, "How's this one for you?" Sheds can be anywhere, whether it's a front yard, the street, in a river. I have found them pretty much anywhere you can think of in trees. I saw a squirrel with a 5 point side 10, 15 feet in a tree one year. And I was like, what the heck? So check everywhere. If you looked in all the woods, maybe start driving around the neighborhood and being just like glancing in people's backyards. And then if you see one, you either got to do a little run quick and grab it or knock on the door and be like, hey, can I just shed hunt your backyard looking for access? Who knows? But sheds can be anywhere. Where will these sheds be that you are looking for? Number two, connecting trails, connecting from food to bedding. Yes, they can be in the food or the bedding, but my best hot spots have been on the heavy trails connecting the two. And when you find trails like this, especially when you have heavy snow where you can really just walk, these are the spots they're going to be. I actually found like 2 weeks later one of my biggest sets right in this spot right here and with a giant 8 pointer and check those heavy trails connecting the food to the bedding because that's the only two things they care about right now. They care about the food because they're hungry and then they go back to sleep. There's no rutting going on, there's nothing else going on, so the trails connecting the two is where most likely they're going to be. Number three, pick and check everything. If it looks like an antler, why not just go over there and see if it is one? Because one year I found this just walking, and I was like, is that a stick coming out of the snow? No, that's an antler. Fresh as anything, but covered under the snow. There are so many times where I'm just 20 yards away from something, and I'm like, is that an antler? And I'm like, eh. And I walk past, and I have to double back because it just eats at my brain, even though I probably know it's not an antler. But there's been plenty of times where I'm like, ah, let me just go look. And I kick it, and it comes out from this brush pile, and it's a nice 4 point side or something like that. You just check every little thing because it blends in. You're looking at the ground so much that all the sticks start blending in. You can look at an antler and it not even register. So anything that looks like an antler, at least go check it. Look for the tips, the tines, the white, anything that looks like an antler. That's what you're looking for in the woods. Don't just look for a whole antler because you're probably going to walk past it and not recognize it. Obviously, the big giant sheds you're going to find if they're just sticking out there in the open. But if they're buried a little bit, and you're looking for the whole antler, you're gonna miss it. Because if I was looking for a whole antler here, I would have walked right past that. So any little thing that you think is an antler, go check and see if it is one.